I'm Monty.
And I'm Sam.
Welcome back to the Bridge Podcast.
We're here for the semi-finals of the FA Cup against Man City, Monty.
We are, yeah.
This is another big game that Tuchel and the boys are having and coming up. Obviously, we play them in the Premier League later on. But semi-finals of the FA Cup, I mean, Tuchel's done very well to get us in this position.
Yeah, it's an achievement.
Do you think it's going to be tough to beat Man City?
Of course it is. Man City are not top of the league for no reason. If, as a team like Man City are, it's not, with such depth and quality wherever you look in the side, it's definitely going to be a struggle for us to beat them. But I think we definitely, most certainly have it within us.
Yeah.
And the capabilities to do so.
Yeah, I think obviously they're absolutely unstoppable in the Premier League at the moment. They're, I think, 10 plus points clear, even of Man United, who are playing pretty decent. Obviously, we lost to them in our first Premier League game, and we've still got that second one yet to come. But they're going to want to win this FA Cup.
Yeah, of course they are.
And if I'm honest, can I see us winning this? I'm not quite sure, because Man City just look unstoppable.
Yeah.
We've got Porto, obviously, tonight. And that's a big game for us. So if you haven't watched the podcast for that one,
what are you doing, lads? Off you go. Go and watch it.
But it's just, we've had massive games recently.
Yeah.
And it's going to be tough for us to carry the momentum. Going forward into another big game. Because we can't afford to lose this. It's the semi-finals of the FA Cup. Tuchel's is going to want to lift that cup.
Yeah.
Get to the finals and have that achievement of winning something when you've only just joined the club as a new manager. But Man City are definitely the toughest side to beat in this cup. But what do you think the lineup's going to be, actually?
It's really difficult, because I think you've got to be optimistic but realistic at the same time. I think it's as I previously stated, it's going to be incredibly difficult to beat Man City, and I honestly think Man City are going to go on to win the treble, Champions League, Premier League, and possibly FA Cup. So I think you're going to have a strong lineup.
Yeah.
But then at the same time, we've just played a game against Porto, arguably the biggest game of the year.
Yeah.
And players are not going to be maybe 100%, in the mind or physically match ready.
Yeah.
So I think it could be difficult if like the likes of Ben Chilwell, Mason Mount have just played on Tuesday. 5 days rest is actually quite a long time, but just plays on Tuesday to then go and play another massive game against City. So I really don't know. I think it might be a slightly more developmental squad.
Yeah. I think obviously we have got so many players to spare.
Yeah. We've got so much depth in the squad.
We've got an unreal bench.
Yeah.
There's not really a bad team that Tuchel can put out really against any side that we play. But I think this is his time to start using those players that we've got on the bench. Start using Havertz. Start using Ziyech. I want to see the main boys against Porto tonight.
Yeah, of course.
And then Man City, I want to see the ones that we need to start using, because players are going to be tired coming up to the end of the season now. We've got a lot of games coming up in the upcoming weeks. I think we've got 2 every week, I think. And this is really the time to start using those players like Zuma, get him on.
Yeah, of course.
Emerson, get him on. Those type of players. Fresh legs, straight onto the pitch, and they could get the job done. Because it's not like they're crap.
Yeah, so true. Yeah.
They are solid players, which we need to use to our advantage against Man City, who also have a very, very strong team and backup when it comes to... We know they changed their team
quite regularly.
Often, yeah. So they're definitely going to come out with some fresh people on the pitch. I mean, their defence though is going to be hard
unreal.
To get through.
It's going to be Laporte, John Stones, Diaz. I mean, when you look at a Premier League side, Man City are unreal in terms of their squad depth, play, manager. There's not anything particularly wrong in the club apart from maybe some plastic fans, but money can't buy fans, as they say. So I don't know. I think Man City are the most complete squad in the Premier League.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, it's just I think they've got the strongest team.
Yeah, by far.
Listen, they've got bloody Phil Foden on the bench.
Yeah, I know. It proves. Yeah,
one of the best youngsters in the Premier League.
In the world.
Yeah, and he is an absolute amazing player.
Yeah.
And you've got others like Gundogan doesn't play every game, and we've seen what his form has been.
Yeah, it's been incredible
over the last couple of months. It's been amazing. I think he scored 14 goals in the last 2 months, which has really been one of his best seasons for Man City.
Oh, easily, yeah.
And we haven't even spoken about Kevin De Bruyne, Jesus, Aguero. Yeah. It's going to be such a big threat to our Chelsea defence, and someone like Thiago Silva needs to talk. And get that defensive line.
Yeah, he's
secure,
ready,
he's
the leader.
In form. Rudiger's got to be on top form.
Of course
he usually is. Because I think he's our best defender this season.
Seriously?
I think he's been so solid. I don't think there's been, apart from that Sheffield United
game. Oh yeah, that was just pure. It was an accident in his fairness. Like, I don't think he obviously didn't mean to put it in his own net. I mean, just a lack of communication, really.
Wasn't it Kepa or was it Mendy? Oh, it was Mendy in goal. Because if it was Kepa, then it would be a different story. Because it'd probably be Kepa's fault. But it's just going to be a really, really tough game after coming out of another big game of the quarterfinals of the Champions League. We're going to struggle to win this, I think. I think we're obviously going to be aiming for a win.
Yeah, of course.
Who doesn't want game-winning win? But I think we're going to get a draw out this.
Yeah, I mean, but then it would go to extra time and penalties.
Yeah, I think that might happen because I cannot see us being prepared for this at all. I feel like we're either going to come out playing a couple of players that haven't played in ages, get smashed, or play the same players. They're a little bit tired. And then we scrape.
They get run over. Yeah.
Prediction. Should we do prediction?
Yeah. I'll start with you, Sam. What are you gonna?
I'm gonna go with a 1-1 draw.
Okay. Yeah.
And then, obviously, penalties goes how it is. I'm not gonna predict penalties; it's impossible.
Fair play.
But yeah, 1-1 with. God, who to score? Because it depends who performs.
It's so unpredictable on the day who's going to actually knock in a goal or not, or who's going to turn up to the match or not. And I think that's definitely something we need to work on next season. The amount of inconsistency I've seen from so many players, it annoys me regularly. Because you see, like, Chilwell, he's either brilliant
or he's crap,
or he's absolutely awful.
Yeah, I think that is a main thing that we need to work on this season. We've said it in the podcast before.
Yeah, inconsistency.
That there's not enough. We have great build-up, and we've seen that improvement that Tuchel's brung to the team. But we do not finish as many chances as we should. I can't remember what game it was, but we should have won like 4-0. And at the end we won like 2-1, I think it was. Because we just cannot finish those chances.
Yeah.
We've seen people like Hakim Ziyech, Pulisic sometimes, Timo obviously is the main one, who puts it straight at the goalkeeper or just absolutely fluffs it. And we cannot have that brilliant build-up play to not then finish it off and get those 3 points or get the win that we need for maybe a second leg, depending on what cup it is. But it's just at the moment there's a lack of consistency.
Yeah, bravado. Yeah.
Yeah. But I'm gonna go with 1-1 and Pulisic to score.
Yeah.
He's coming back slowly. What are you gonna go with?
This may sound pessimistic, but I'm going to say a 1-0 loss. Very dignified. Nothing wrong with a 1-0 loss, apart from obviously losing. But, I mean, at the end of the day, that's a massive if, alright? If we win tonight, then we're through to the semi-finals of the Champions League, something we haven't done since we last won it.
Yeah, literally.
So, we need to put all our eggs in our basket for the Premier League. Yeah. Honestly, I think Champions League takes first place right now. I'm not really massively fussed about the Premier League. We look pretty set for 5th or 4th. So I'm putting all my eggs in the basket of the Champions League. So I'm not really massively fussed about the semi-final of the FA Cup. If we win, brilliant, we're into the final like last year. Not if we don't, unlucky. There's always next year.
Yeah, I think it's just obviously that confidence that we've got to have from
everyone,
from everyone, every player on the pitch, experienced or not, young, old, Thiago Silva, Aspilicueta, people like them who have been playing at such a high level for such a long time, have really got to step in, go, you know what, boys, we need to sort this out. We need to get a goal and we need to defend well. And that's clearly something that Frank didn't have because he liked playing the younger ones. But it's just difficult at this moment in time because we've got so many games to play. We just can't have that consistency of playing the same players at the same loads of games because there's too many games coming up. But it's just that moment in time that we've got to go through during the season.
Every team has it at least once. Like City was at the start of the year when they were.
Leicester have gone through it recently.
Everyone has. It's not natural to not have it.
So you're going with 1-0 loss.
But don't view that as I want it to happen. Of course I want to win. But you've got to be realistic in situations like these. It's Man City. They are literally unstoppable. Well, unless you're Leeds.
Yeah, exactly. We saw what happened in that game. I don't know whether you watched it.
I did not watch that, no.
They fell apart, Man City, and Leeds broke through them. So we are a good enough team.
Of course we are. Of course we are.
But it's just whether we've got the will and determination to come out of this Porto game and play amazing football like we have over these past weeks. Do you have any more questions?
I think so. If we were to get to the final of the FA Cup, it would be against who's left?
Man United are out, obviously.
I think it's Southampton and
Southampton. Yeah, Southampton.
No idea. If we were to get to the final of the FA Cup, do you think we would consider okay, right. This is actually quite an open-ended question, so bear with me for a minute. If we were to get to the final of the FA Cup, we come in 4th in the league, and we progress to the Champions League semi-finals, and we get knocked out there. I'm not going to put like determination. Like let's say we don't win the FA Cup, but we do get to the final. Would you consider this season as a whole a success, a bit of a mediocre season, or a fail?
So obviously at the start, it was a massive fail. Frank.
No, come on. At the start, we were sailing high, and then November sort of time, it all just absolutely died.
I think it's a success.
It depends.
Because every team has a blip. We've seen it. Man United, they had a blip. They didn't sack Solskjaer, and look where they are now, sitting in second in the league. Yeah, they got knocked out the FA Cup, but they're going to see that as a successful season.
Of course they are. Second place when they came. Where they come last year? Seventh?
No.
No,
they came fourth. Fourth, yeah.
Third, I think.
We came third, I think.
No, we came fourth.
Oh, okay.
So I remember that. But of course they've had a successful season.
They're going to see that as a very successful season. Arteta, again, he hasn't got sacked after his blip.
Yeah, but that's because it's Arsenal. They're so deluded in their ways.
But they're not going to see that this is a successful season.
No, of course they're not. If you're Arsenal and you're considering this a successful season, then you need to go and get your head checked.
Yeah. But I see this as a success. We've had a manager that started off his first season fairly well. Frank did pretty well for no experience, and he got us that Champions League spot, right?
Yeah.
He's come into his second season and he's not been great. And we have found a way to really rebuild this team. And look where we are now. Quarterfinals of the Champions League. Hopefully soon to be semi-finals of the Champions League. Semi-finals of the FA Cup. What more could you ask for? Seriously.
Winning the FA Cup and Champions League.
Exactly. And I see it as a really, really... a great season. A great year.
Great or good?
Good season.
Yeah, I wouldn't consider it I wouldn't consider it a mediocre season. Yeah. I wouldn't say we were excelling. I would expect us to get to the Champions League. Maybe if you asked me in November, where do you think we're going to finish this season? I would probably said about 6th or something. Yeah. And I don't think we would have got through round of 16 if Frank was still coach. But if you... I would expect us to do this well.
Yeah.
Every single year without fail. Yeah. Maybe one season where we don't do this well.
Yeah.
But it's a new era for Chelsea.
Yeah, it is. Like, obviously, you see so many managers come to the club and they have maybe 3 weeks where they're not brilliant. Maybe probably max 6 games where they're still getting to grips with the team, new players.
Yeah.
Tuchel
hasn't had it. Yeah,
he hasn't had it. He's brought us into the quarterfinals. He had a 14 game plus win or draw streak, however you want to call it. We didn't lose.
Yeah, not like undefeated.
Undefeated 14 run. Yeah, and I can't see anything bad about that.
No, of course. If you evaluate it as from February when Tuchel joined, because I remember that Wednesday when he got announced. Mm-hmm. From February when Tuchel joined, I would say this has been a brilliant season.
Yeah.
If you purely base it on February till now, I think it's been an excellent season.
Yeah.
Let's just slightly erase out November to January.
Yeah.
And then it's been a brilliant season.
Yeah, it really has. I've got a question.
Yeah.
Right, okay, it's going back to the lineups, right?
Oh, okay.
I know it's unpredictable.
Yeah, I know.
But say he plays the 3...
the 3 back.
The 3 at the back, that formation that we've been seeing since Tuchel has joined.
Mm.
What is your lineup going to be? I know it's unpredictable, but who would you play in this situation against Man City in the semi-finals?
I wouldn't play experience. I'd play young players, because for this is just a learning opportunity. You get to play against the best team in the league, a prestigious competition, FA Cup, and let's say I think I would play probably Mendy in net, obviously. Christensen, if is he still injured?
Yes, he is.
Okay, so no Christensen. Then Aspie, Rudiger, Zuma. Mm-hmm. Emerson at left mid, whatever you want to call it, left wing back, left mid.
Yeah.
The 2 centre mids, I'd probably play Billy Gilmore.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know who, maybe Kovacic or Jorginho, possibly. Yeah. You've got to have some form of 2 captains,
Yeah.
Right wing back, you could say Reece James. I'd like to see him there. Left wing, Pulisic.
Yeah.
Striker, well, I would sort of like, how Havertz is playing like centre forward recently. Yeah. I'd like to see Tino Anjorin at false 9. Cam sort of, I like him, he's good. And then right wing, maybe Havertz or someone like that.
Yeah. See, I like that lineup, right? But semi-finals of the FA Cup, and you're going to play Anjorin, who's played one Premier League game.
Yeah.
Well, he didn't even start, he came on off of the bench. And you're going to play him at striker, given that role of the false 9.
Yeah. What's wrong with that?
he hasn't played, and you're
but
playing him
at this point. It's just a learning opportunity.
Yeah, but you can't go into a semi-finals of the FA Cup. Tuchel's not going to go in there and go, you know what, I'm going to improvise on this lineup because it's only the semi-finals against Man City. He's going to go, I'm putting out the strongest lineup. We're going to win this and we're going to go to the finals. And do you really think...
Yeah, there's two ways of looking at it. I think I'm looking at it in the slightly more pessimistic way.
Yeah. Obviously... it's difficult.
Of course it is, yeah.
It's going to be... We've had so many big games, and I've said this for so many podcasts, and it's one of the big games we can have the season. Obviously, we played Man City earlier this season, so...
God, it was an awful show.
It was.
Awful.
But I think we've learnt from that.
Yeah, of course.
And we're going to capitalise on this Man City side this game.
Yeah.
Any more questions?
No. Thank you very much for watching. I assume an after-match review. Yeah. It might not be in person. That's the only thing. Still
might
yet to...
back on the Discord.
Yeah, have the good old days. Thank you very much for watching. Instagram, Spotify. What's the other one? Instagram,
TikTok.
Spotify, TikTok. Can't forget that. They're all in the description below. Yeah, that's about it.
Awesome. Come on, Chelsea.
There it is.